Frikkie, start for us.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
Well, that was supposed to be me, but it's Frikkie because everybody wants to see Frikkie. Hello everybody, look at this big panel that we've got. We've got Donnie, we've got Tiaan from Durban, we've got Ronnie, Series 2 champion, we've got Frikkie, who's in the singles final, and we got Robert Michael, who's in the singles final, all taking place at the Summer Cup on Friday. Big day, awards afterwards. It's going to be a spectacular day. First, let me say thank you for watching and joining us for our second last show of the season. And yes, it is jam packed. We had Basil going to be on, but unfortunately he can't make it at the moment. So if we get him later, we'll try. Gents, how is everybody? Let's go around. Donnie, you start.
All good, Maz. It's like can't wait for the end of the year to come. Just a few more days and need a nice little break.
Yep.
But before that, we've got the major to go. You know, it's a round of the season, so I can't wait for Friday.
Tiaan, been a long year for you guys as well. You've had a bit of weather issues, but you finally got it done. How was Durban?
Yes, Durban currently humid. I haven't seen rain in a while, but yeah, been a good year for us down here.
Good. Well,
we'll really joining for the break now.
Cool. We'll catch up on what happened in the Durban series. Who won the season series itself, and who is the player of the season? Let me give you a guess. He's sitting here somewhere. Ronnie, Series 2 champion. Has it sunk in yet?
It has. Like I said, definitely when you called me on Monday to ask what kind of balls I want for next year, then it definitely sunk in properly. But yeah, looking forward to it. Already starting to plan for the team shootout in February.
Already. And thank you for linking to that, because we have the final of the team shootout teams. The absolute, this is one out of this one out of that one, and it's settled. Frikkie, yes, it's Frikkie. Is there anything you would like to add, Frikkie? You were on last week.
Yeah, I just want to say my two enemies here next to me, so yeah, it's going to be lekker.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Friday.
Robert, are you ready? Can you believe you're in the singles final? You've said it all along, and here you are.
The underdog of the underdog.
Robbie, you actually getting 14 shots from Frikkie. So how does that feel?
Feels good, eh? 14 shots gonna probably come in handy, buddy. But I actually looked at Frikkie's performance, and now I've done some analysis of my own. Knowing Frikkie, you know, I know he always does his own analysis. So be ready, Frikkie. The Mac is coming.
Lekker, man.
As usual, we have plenty of people on the chat line. Leon Oosthuizen, good evening. Ducks, Paul Ricketts, hello chaps. There we are. And then, there's more. Let me just take this off. Henry Hall has joined us. Hello, Henry. Everybody wave at Henry from Marble Hall. Nice to see that you've got internet connection in Marble Hall. Quibus, hello everyone. Is it Friday yet? Whoa. Friday's coming too soon when you have a lot to organize. I can tell you that much. There's only one day to get everything sorted out. Hansi is there. Kero, hello, Jen, says the same thing. Can Friday get here now? It has been a tough week. I would agree with you there. Shannon's watching, and many others. Grant, Dorian, Aldo is in the teams. What's going to happen there? We'll touch on it. Louis Jensen has written. Okay, he's written a monologue, so let's just put him in here. Good evening, everyone. What does it say? I hope you're all having a great day. Good luck competing the Summer Cup. Yeah, it's a sunny day. My money is on Frikkie for the singles. Okay, right. And on we go. Right, let's get started. What happened? What happened on Sunday? Well, we arrived at Glenvista, boys, with an absolute howling wind, and we thought, how are we going to get through this? I don't even think Tiaan has managed to play in wind like this in Durban, but the flags were like this. And off we went, and the winner was on +2 just to reflect. What did you think of that win, boys?
Yeah, Mazza, that was a tough one. I must say, when we started from the first tee, I mean, it was howling big time. I think normal drives would have been about 200 meters, I think. So it was tough.
It was tough. Ronnie, you had a bit of a tough front nine. Was that because of the wind, or did you were choking a little bit, or was Frikkie just in your ear?
No, just like at Mass, for example, on the first tee, it's down the fairway, and then that wind came and pushed it right. When I got to my ball, Frikkie put it between 2-3 stumps, and so it was just one of those bloody nines.
Yeah.
But I must admit, a fade and a strong wind does not go hand in hand, especially a high fade.
100%. I'm in the same category as golf as you. A fade and a strong wind does not work. Well, Adam Ford takes his first victory on the Duckhook Tour, coming in at +2. He was the clubhouse leader for quite a while as he watched the gentleman come in. Frikkie, you were at -3 at one stage and then choked it. And then I think Louis Gerber at a stage could have caught him as well. There was, it was interesting to see such high scores. When you look at it, that tied third is +5 all the way down. Then you know the conditions that we had. So well done, Frikkie, finishing second once again, and very, very much needed ranking points going in to the Summer Cup. You really needed that because that has actually given you some chance in permutations to make it through to the next stage. Jacques Gravenstein, well done. Neville Kurz, nice to see him. I said to him, he said, am I in the Summer Cup yet? I said, you're on the verge. If you manage to get a good finish here, then you're in. And look what he did. He came tied third, so he was in. But it was great to see, and I caught up with Adam afterwards to see how excited he was.
First win on the Duckhook Tour, taking the last event. Adam Ford, congratulations.
Adam, finally in the winner's circle, final series game of the season, and you've taken it. Well done. How are you feeling?
Great. Well, it's been 3 years I think I've been playing Duckhook, and this is my first win, so I'm really chuffed about it. Played steady golf, putted terribly, but other than that, the driving and the second shots on the green were really good. But I'm really chuffed. Eventually, I got one of these. I can show my face at Duckhook again. I'm really happy about this. It's cool.
Clubhouse leader for quite a while. So how was the scoreboard pressure?
Yeah, it was. Finished on +2. And I think I'd finished before two other players also on +2. And they, I think, had 2 or 3 holes left. So I didn't think I was going to make it. We had Frikkie Barnard there, such a great player. And I thought, no, Frikkie's going to get it. He's going to, make a par on the last hole, which he stroked. But unfortunately for Frikkie, he didn't. Unfortunately for me,
yes, please.
I got a win at last.
Great to see how excited Adam was over there. Let's have a look at his scorecard. Where did Adam start? On the first? Who was he playing with? I can't remember where he started. But anyway, 16 points on the back nine. A host of 1-pointers from hole 2 to 5. And then pulled it back with pars and 3 points on the 7th and on the 9th. And then on the 10th, started with a double. And then this is probably where it all came together with 4 pars in a row. And then a birdie sandwiched in there. To get him to 18 points on the back nine, and that is an 80 for 34 points. Yes, good golf in the context of the day, gentlemen. Donnie, what do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely. +2, like the conditions wasn't easy. It's like, I don't know how, a couple of those holes were, but that headwind, the balls like ballooned quite a lot. So, no, +2 is definitely a good score. It's like well done to Mr. Ford.
Moneo Kelly says, Glenvista, wind sign, that's more like a tornado. It could have been a tornado. Yeah, definitely. What a challenging day of golf. Well, that's what we're here for. We can't always have perfect conditions. We want to be challenged now and again. Grant Nile, loved the wind at Glenvista. I knew it was going to be a great day out, and difficult. Difficult indeed it was. And then, Hansi is correct. The last time we had a +2, it was Kera at ERPM, if I remember correctly. So
it was a rainy day.
It was a rainy day, so it just shows you conditions. And then, yes, Dorian, it's the highest score we've had probably since, when was ERPM? February?
February,
I think. February, so there we go. Okay, so what does it all mean? That means that he is a champion. And now, let's have a look at the rest of what makes up a league event, and that is the pins at Glenvista. Here's the pins. Billy Hall, par 3 4th. He's taken it there over the water. And then the par 4 10th, closest in 2, John van der Venter. Well done, John. And then we had Reese McKinnon playing off a +4, closest on the par 3 15th. Well, the par 3 15th with the wind, boys, was like 186 meters, and guys were hitting 9 irons over the green. Anybody else hits it over the green?
No, Maz, I had my 7-iron in the water, so it didn't work.
How come? Did you duff it? Even if you duff it, it should go over the water with that wind.
It didn't work. I almost took the guy out in the water.
Robert, how did you go on that 15th?
8-iron Penai.
Penai, did you make the par?
Hey, 190 meters. 8-iron. Wind was, I think I got a 4 there.
Nice. Ronnie, should I ask? Was that your bad or good 9?
No. That was a good 9. To be honest, I think that is the 4-3 when Frikkie hit it in the water, and I think I made par where I realized, out of the woods.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the groups. Frikkie has to win something, and so does Donnie. That's why we put this on the panel, because they can just talk through it themselves.
Lekker, man. Yeah, no, it was lekker for me. Our group making a +4, so happy to at least win something.
Yeah, no, definitely also in our group, Carl, Kira, Jamie. It was a great day out, and just lucky to book them.
Right, and Clint Brutus and Graham de Villiers taking Group C, both on +6. Not every day you see that. Gerard Sneeman, I'm not sure how he did it, but I know Dana had a bit of a nightmare going into it. Well, we knew the teams was over last week, but we wanted to see. The red team, just for the hell of it, decided, okay, let's beat them. So Peter Zakaria, as the captain, at least he won something on the day, taking the teams 6 and 4. As you can see, +24. Robert, you at least beat him in the singles and in the singles semi-final and in the teams, but it was not enough for your team to win. So well done to Billy Hall, Nicky Vellengoed, Richard Holman, Kevin Ho, Neville Kurz, Ryan Esmond, Louis Jensen, Karuna, and Martin for taking your team home to victory with 6 of you guys winning it. So that's it, boys. At the end of the season, the red team is 14 and the other team is 15. So well done, blue team, for a whole year's battle. There were some suggestions last week as how to split it up. But the problem is, if you have the same oaks in the same teams, is there enough of the same guys playing? So maybe we'll relook at that next year, how we can do it to try and keep it more, if you know what I mean. Right.
That's just a quick shout out to Louis. He beat his son.
Oh, did he? Well done, Louis.
That was a good one.
Beating your son. All right. Yeah. Well, we've covered Glenvista from a fact of that Ronnie has won it, but there was also, Adam had won it, but Ronnie won the series, and we caught up with him right at the end to see how it all unfolded.
Got it! Hello. Kom voor die fout af. Well done.
Thanks for the competition, man. Guys, thanks.
Well done, Ronnie.
Well, thanks, man. Basil.
Ronnie, Series 2 champion. Congratulations, there's your trophy. How are you feeling right now?
Well, Basil, it was a nerve-wracking final. Frikkie was on fire. He was playing the wind like a pro. I was 11 shots in front of him and he drew back 10 on the first 9. Sure. I must tell you the kind of stress I get with Duckhook, especially with the tour as well. It can't be described, but I've got it and it shows you 18 holes, play 18 holes, but yeah, I feel brilliant. And thanks for Strixon for the sponsor. I'm a Strixon guy now.
My handicap definitely did catch up this time round. You know, the full season being so consistent, and the unfortunate part of the day was the conditions. But I'm going to give all the credit to Ronnie. I mean, to sustain his lead, I think it's 3 or 4 points, I'm not too sure. To do that in these conditions and given the circumstance playing with a pro, and Frikkie Barnard winning the Thursday league, you know, there was a lot of pressure on him, and there was a bit of a stretch where he did wobble a bit, but he overcame that and he maintained his lead.
Series 2 champion on 342 points, winning it by 5, your champion Ronnie Wolhuter.
I'm in all the majors now next year, and all the stuff you want, all the glory you want in Duckhook comes with the series champion, with the series win. So I must admit, I feel brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Well, 2 more big things left: team knockout final, and to try and finish off the player of the season. It's a big 5 days.
It is, and it's stressful. that's one of the perks of being part of the Duckhook family. I mean, you get to experience the kind of stress that only professional sportsmen that they feel, and the kind of competitiveness still in golf. I mean, the league is run great, and yeah, one thing is for sure, I'm definitely going to fight for it.
And there you have it. Ronnie Wolhuter, let's give him a round of applause, is Series 2 champion, as we all know, a year's supply of some golf balls. He really told me what he wanted. He wanted a bit of everything. What balls did you want, Ronnie? Can you remember?
I went for the Z-Star and that new Q-Star, that rave ball. What do you call it? The one with the bright colors.
Yes, the Divide.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we want to know how it all unfolded. So, this is Ronnie's matches for Series 2. Take us through it.
Well, you can clearly see the 229 points was the wind. Like I told you, you don't want to hit a high ball in wind. Rijmsig was, I got a win there, and South Downs, you can see the both in the 40s. I mean, that put me quite well on my way. And then, yeah, I just kept form. Reading, I can tell you, to have twin baby girls is not always that great for golf. That's what happened in Reading. My daughters were born during that period. But yeah, overall a very, very good year, and more stressful at Glenvista than I would have liked. But yeah, at the end of the day, I've got the trophy.
342 points at an average of 34.20. And yes, some of us had forgotten that you had missed the game, so there was no score to fall out, because we were going back at it saying, does he get a score fall out? And then the answer came through that you had missed the game. So it was all down to it, which made it even more interesting. What was the highlight then of your series? Was it one of the victories?
To be honest, actually, the back nine at Glenvista, I mean, it was really, Frikkie put on a hell of a fight. I mean, I was 11 shots in front of him, and he actually clawed back 10 of those just on the first 9.
Sure.
And I mean, then I knew I was in a real fight. Frikkie's form was red hot, and the most... like I said, the portion that I enjoyed the most in the entire season was the fact that I was able to pull it through at the end against a guy like Frikkie.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's always nice to be in a dogfight and then to come out on top. So actually, to be honest, the back nine of Glenvista, that was the top of my entire season.
Luke Janssen's asking here, may we ask Ronnie Wolhuter to please explain the pronunciation of his surname for the sponsors?
Mr. Wolhuter.
Wolhuter.
Wolhuter, yeah.
Wolhuter, not Wolhuter. Okay, now we know. We've learned something. Good question there, Lukey. Much appreciated. Right, I'm sure you want to know who the top 10 of Series 2 is. Well, we can tell you who the top 10 of Series 2 is. The top 10 of Series 2 is Ronnie Wolhuter coming in first, 342 points, as you saw. Basil, 5 points behind. Frikkie, is this old? This is right. Frikkie, Donnie Geldenes in 4. Well done, Donnie. Another good finish. Carl van der Linde. Jaco Jacobs drops down. Kero moved up. Gerard Sneeman moved up. Clint Broeders moved up. And Graham de Villiers into the top 10. So that's how Series 2 finished at the end of the day. So well done to you all. We'll see who of you guys are through to the shootout, because Donnie is not in this team, Frikkie is not in this team, etc., etc., etc. Right. That is Glenvista, and that is Ronnie. We're moving on to Durban next, and that is with Tiaan, so he can explain exactly how the season went. But before we get there, I want to remind you guys, I want you to vote for the Moment of the Season nominees. All these are on Facebook, and we'll announce the nominee at the awards on Friday. We have Cornell Erasmus for a hole-in-one, Aldo for winning the Masters, John van der Venter for a hole-in-one at Jackal Creek, myself for winning the Open, Carl van der Meulen for winning 2 in a row. Hardly ever happens, only happened the second time. Gideon Richter was the first to do it last year, winning at Glenvista and Danefern back to back. Mitchell de Asitsau played with him that day. We shot 10 under, and to this day still pinches himself because he cannot believe it. Basil, right, winning the Players Championship. Ronnie for, what's this, the hole-in-one at Serengeti. Richard for winning the Challenge 500, and then Ronnie for winning the Classic. So please get your votes in. You can send it to me privately if you have not done it on Facebook or Instagram. Player of the season. Also, we want to know who's the Players Player of the season. Who is that? Well, that is somebody who embodies what Duckhook's all about, with its competition, camaraderie, enthusiasm, passion. It's not just the guys on this photo. There's only so much space. So I'm going to run through it, and guys, tell me who's your player of the season. Donnie, can't be you. Players player.
Yeah, it's like I definitely think there's a lot of guys to choose from, but I would go with Paul Ricketts. He's always good spirit, good fun to be around with. So
always one of the last to leave, which I'm sure counts in some circles for something. Tiaan, you've been watching. Have you got anyone for us?
I'm also going with Paul. Always staying late, being there every game that Duckhook is hosting. So going with Paul.
Ronnie, if you had a vote for someone.
I already voted. I might change my vote after Friday, but I actually voted for Frikkie. I mean, just the fact that he's played all the games, and I really think he's got a passion for Duckhook, and I think he's a golf purist. So, at this stage, Frikkie. After Friday, hopefully Robert.
Frikkie, did you vote for Roberts?
Sorry?
Did you vote for Roberts?
I actually didn't. I voted for Jock Grijvenstein. He's here, and I think he's been talking a lot of Duckhook, tried a few things, got a few Duckhook guys at the Ethel golf course. So my vote would go to Jock.
Good points. And Robert, anybody for you?
So look, from just a pure golf perspective, I mean the top guys, Basil, Frikkie, someone that's hardly mentioned or his name, I don't know,
Leon Westhuizen.
Up there every now and then. But I haven't actually made a choice yet.
You got one day. You got one day. This needs to be finalized tomorrow. So let me know.
If I take it on Friday, I'm voting for myself. Finish.
Right, let's get to Durban. Tiaan, are you ready?
Yes.
The series champion is Quibus Nel, who also receives a year's supply of golf balls. Congratulations to Quibus for taking it. Tiaan, take us through his season.
Yes, basically this is our first year that we did the one round fall away, our lowest round. And then we had in October, we had a run out at Mount Epsom. So, but Quibus is consistent. He was up there every time this year. He had 2 bad rounds. But those are the 2 rounds where the wind in Durban normally picks up. It's our season. So then wind picks up, he battles to play in the wind. We saw it again on Sunday. But he had a constant round the whole year. Played with him a few times social as well. He's consistent, shooting consistently 33 to 7 points.
The right winner.
Yeah, he's the right.
That's fantastic. Right, you won, can you believe, the player of the season once again. That's because you don't miss a round.
Yes.
But congratulations, and look at the players' champs. Plenty of points for you there.
Yes.
Take us through your season.
So I don't have a good season this year. I've been down. But I've got the run from Mars where again it was unfortunate what happened, but I've got the win there. Then the Masters won it in a playoff on the 12th. But they drove the green in the playoff. So and then the players, we were neck and neck until the last hole. Myself and Quibus. Unfortunately, Andrew Godfrey fell out of the race when he turned to play the back 9. But Quibus and myself on the 9th hole, that's our 18th hole. He needed to make birdie on the hole, and I needed to make par to tie for the players, and he made a double bogey, and I made a bogey. and that brought me into a playoff all again with the emotion. So and that actually helped me push me over the line to win the Players of the Season again.
Well done. That's awesome stuff. I've got a couple of people also. Where did that lightning come from? Right, that was Kero. And then Barry also said, where did that lightning come from? Or the thunder. It was here. I crap myself. Let's just say that much. It was like boom. Okay. So thank you, Tiaan, for taking us through that. Yes, another full season in Durban coming up. We hope to grow it as much as we can for next season. Okay, boys, what is next? Well, the shootout, and then we get to the matter of a quick singles final, a team final discussion, and then have a look at the Summer Cup. Do we want to see the shootout teams? Are you ready, everybody?
Yeah. Definitely, yes.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Here we go. We start with Frikkie. This is your team. Take us through your team.
Look, it's a lovely team. Again, as I said last time, I feel sorry for these guys because I haven't won anything yet on the shootouts. But yeah, I've got the Sunday League captain, Richard Stewart, Poppy van der Spey and Simon Meyer from the Thursday League captain last year, Karel van der Meulen, which I think is a very good player, Shorty, Peter Prinsloo, Jamie Sherry, Mazzo, and then Koenraad Pretorius, happy to see him. And I'm very glad to see Andre Kotze in our team. I hope he can play, and it would be awesome to have him there.
That is looking like a very, very strong team. Randall, this is Randall's team. Donnie, seeing that you came second, you can take us through the team.
Yeah, so obviously Randall winning the league, he's captain, and myself. We've got Hanu, Graham de Villiers, Jaco Jacobs, Barry Venter, Kobus Skuman, Louis Geiber, Paul Ricketts, and Leon Oosthuizen. So this is almost like a single-figure team if you look at almost the top row there.
Yes, the top row. Not so sure about the bottom row. Who's next? We have Ronnie. This is your team, Ronnie.
Well, I must admit, I think seeing as it's a team shootout, I think it's brilliant. I think we've got a very good combination of low and high handicappers. I just need to get the trophy back from Randall. He was Sunday 2 captain last year, but I think we've got a very good chance to defend it. Basil, Cole, Kero did brilliant, Gerard consistent, Clint also first year with Duckhook, but he made it very far in the shootout. Nikki, who did very well with the teams, Jock, who is always there. Aldo, it depends on how he's going to treat me on Friday, whether he's going to make the cut or not. And Ryan, we all know what kind of bombs that man can hit, and I think he's going to be very, very potent at Eye of Africa.
Very, very potent indeed. The Barbarians team, this needs to be selected. It will be done beforehand. We will have a show to select who's going to be in the Barbarians team. So if you have missed out and you have been right up there, you have a very, very good chance of being in the Barbarians team. And that will make up the 4 teams that will take each other on. Looking really, really forward to that. Okay, right. Let's talk about singles, boys. Well, we all know who's in the singles final, right? And this is it. The much anticipated Robert Michael versus Frikkie Barnard. Boys, are we ready for this? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's have our first exchange of blows, shall we? Who wants to start? Robert, you start, seeing that you're on the left.
Yeah, I'll go. Look, I must say, it's going to be a good game. Mm-hmm. It's turning out to be a real humdinger. I know Frikkie's gone and done all his analysis. I don't normally do that. I just rock up and play as my style, But because it's such an important game, I have changed my style. So Frikkie, like I said, I'm coming for you, brother.
That's lucky, man. Look, I'm looking forward to you coming for me. As you said, I did do the stats, and all the stats is in my favor at this stage. So I'm going to break you. You better be ready.
Stats in your favor, brother. But remember, there's one thing I've got that nobody has.
Was it?
Keep that a secret. You'll find out on Friday.
Okay,
Let's take a look at the road to this final. Frikkie, there you are. Group C, you came second. If you don't remember, it was the most individual stable points scored against an opponent on the day, and you managed to basically win 5 of your 6 matches to get through. Was this on your mind, or did you just play your game?
Look, it was on my mind, especially losing against Billy Hall on Wanderers. So, that was definitely something. But, just happy to win through in the end. And then from there, that's face-to-face with the guys, which I feel I play better. So if I have the guys with me, that's my strength.
Robert came through my Group E, and he finished with 6 points, taking 2 out of 5 victories, which is... not many to be able to get through, to be honest. So through the skin of your teeth, Robert. But
exactly.
But this is what transpired afterwards. There we go. We had the round of 32. Okay, but for purposes of fitting this in this graphic, we'll take it from the round of 16. Robert, you took on Jaco Jacobs at Germiston.
Yeah, that was quite a interesting game. That Germiston had won the previous year, won the league title there. So I was actually gunning to win Germiston and take that match play game as well, And the fact that it was my birthday on that very same Sunday. So unfortunately, I only got 2 out of the 3. The birthday was obviously, that was one in the bag. And then the match play came down to the very last hole. Jaco played really good golf. I think he was up after the first 9. And then I managed to come back, but there was a bit of luck as well. I have to be honest.
And then you took on, who did you take on next? You took on Clint Brutus at Houghton, and you managed a 5 and 4 victory there.
Yeah, so because it was quarterfinals there, I actually took that game a bit more serious. I remember playing with Karuna Kuni, Rakesh, and Clint as well. For some reason, I managed to play fantastic recovery golf on the day.
And you won, which helped.
It was stroke 1. On the stroke 1, I didn't hit the fairway once, and I still ended up with a 5 on that hole. Beating Clint to the hole, who managed to put his ball on, I think in 2 or 3 shots, in 2 shots, and I still managed to beat him. I think he got 5 as well, but because the handicap, obviously I scored more points. So, the one thing about being a high handicapper is learn to play, you develop good skills at recovery golf.
Yeah.
Let me put it there.
And then recently at Glenvista, you took on Peter Zakaria. We won't go too much into that, but I do want to play what happened.
So,
I'm currently 4 up after 9. I think it's the factors that are really giving us beans to it is the wind. Besides the fact that we're both not playing our best.
I'm having a bit of a shock, to be honest. I think I'm on plus 12. Started with 2 3-putts and I just haven't been able to come right since then. I blacked out like out of 3 or 4 holes. So a bit of nerves to start with as well, but I think it's just not settling. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened today. I wasn't on the park. I didn't come here didn't play any golf today. I'm not sure what happened. I guess Robert didn't have his best day either, but shooting a plus 24 is not going to win anything. So I think the turning point was towards the back end of the front 9. I think I was 1 down, and Robert won 3 in a row coming in to go 4 up. So I think it was tough after that. Then I lost the next hole as well, the 10th, and from there it was just it was too tough. All the best in the final. All the best, man.
Robert, into the final. Happy?
Thanks, bro.
Cool. Into the final? How happy
Very
are you?
happy, very happy. Like I said, I told Frikkie, I'm coming for you, boy.
I like this. Rudolph says, just don't let Robert start playing the G-Spot song. Then Frikkie will lose.
Yeah.
Do we know which song that? Which song is that?
In my arsenal, yeah. Frikkie, you definitely gonna lose.
Okay, so we know how when Robert got there, it was highlighted there also with that video. Frikkie, let's talk about your knockout stages and how that worked for you.
Yeah, look, my knockout stages wasn't as convincing like Robert's. So Robert had a 5 and a 4 and a 7 and a 5. I only won with a 1 up and a 2 and 1, for instance. So mine was much tighter in the end.
Let's take it through. JP, you played JP Atwood, 2 and 1 victory.
Yeah. Yeah, so JP Atwood was at Royal, I think. And yeah, unfortunately, he had a bad day. I think the stroke 1 basically gave me the 1 up on that one. And yeah, the next one was Leon Westhuizen at Ibotse. Again, tight one. I think I ran away with the game in the first few holes, and then he came back from nowhere. And luckily, just at the end, I pipped it. And then Carl van der Linde at Germiston.
Yep.
Yes, man, I thought that day I was dead. I don't recall myself being up somewhere in the game, and then came from behind in the last spot. Yes, I was just so much lacquer in the end. I almost pulled mine in that last hole. It was the 9th that we finished, and I almost pulled my ball into the water, and yeah, he wasn't alright. And luckily I made the par, and he made the bogey, which put me on the game. So, yeah.
So who's going to win, boys? On the chat line, let us know who you think your money's on. We want to know. Donnie, who do you think is going to win?
I know where my heart is going. But he's got a very big mountain to climb with 14 shots ahead of him.
Yep.
But I'm going to put my money on Frikkie.
Tiaan?
Mighty Ducks.
Who's your money on?
Hey, this is a tight one. But I'm also going with Frikkie. I think the course is going to suit him a bit more than for Robbie. Sorry, Robs.
Ronnie?
He's the underdog. Don't worry, guys. He's fine.
Ronnie, who's your money on?
Robbie, of course. Go, Robbie. Kick his ass, man.
He's rooting for Robbie because I'm chasing him, man.
But Mazza, I just need to call up there on Frikkie, because he said it's like he only won the games like 1 up and 2 up, and there was a 4 and 3 against Leon.
Yeah.
Was it Leon 4 and 3? Oh, sorry.
Monet says Frikkie. Paul Rickett says Robbie. Right. Chad says Robert Miles. Is that you, Robert? Leon says Robert with a handicap. There's so many comments coming through, I can't get this one out. Kero says Robbie the Mac Daddy. Sorry, I'm struggling to take this out. Go away. There we go. Robbie the Mac Daddy. Robbie the Mac Daddy from Kero. And Louis Jensen. Sorry, Robert. I think Frikkie will handle the pressure, brother. It's all to play for. Leon Duplessis says Frikkie. All square stroke 1, says Jason Dedekins. You know what the cool thing about it is? We'll all be waiting on the 18th at Glendower to see who's going to take it. So do me a favor, boys. Try to take it to the last hole and don't smash them in at the 12th so nobody knows. That's not going to help anyway. Ronnie, you have a matter.
Quickly, sorry, I just want to... Robbie, if I just can give you some advice. Just make sure you mark your ball properly on the greens. If you want to hear an interesting story, just speak to Kero. He'll tell you everything in detail. So just mark your ball properly.
Cool. Ronnie, you're also involved in a match play final. This final is a big debutees, which we'll now hear that Heinrich unfortunately is not able to make it. So you've brought in another player. You're going to tell us who that is as well.
Yes. Apparently, Heinrich didn't think the Boeties will make the final, so he made other plans. Me and Trevor decided we'll beat the entire semi-final teams on the other side. So yeah, we are going to play Aldo and Billy on Friday for team champions honors. And yeah, looking forward to it.
And I'm glad that's happening. I'll tell you why, because that helps with the permutations later that I'm going to go through. Right? Because if it was a walkover, it would have changed things if you had to play Aldo by himself. Billy's similar handicap, Ronnie?
Billy, I think Ryan told me Billy is 11 and I think Aldo is a 12. So yeah, they're close to each other. Unfortunately, I'm going to go down to 0, which is never nice. But then again, it doesn't matter who we get to. Me and my partner are going to sort them out.
There you go. Let's have a look at after these are the teams that got into the round of 16 from the group stages. Let's follow your trajectory, or let's follow the Butties, and then you can do yours. The Butties playing Hook Squad. Hook Squad was a favorite coming out of their group, unbeaten, and they got smashed at States Mines. And then they went on to play. Who did they go on to play? They went on to play the Sultan of Swing. And they beat the Sultan of Swing also convincingly. And then they went on to play Shootout, and they beat the Shootouts recently at Glenvista to get into the final. Take us through your trajectory, Ronnie.
Okay, we got the double J's at, I think it was Royal Johannesburg, no, not Royal Johannesburg, Royal Johannesburg, Kensington. Me and Trevor, we pipped them on 4 and 3 there. Then we got who we got then?
Spaldings.
Then we got
You got the Spaldings, stroke 3.
Yeah, Spaldings. I think that was Lyle and Adam.
Yeah.
We got them at Reimsig and beat them quite comfortably, 6 and 5. And then we got Steady Eddie. We played them at Blue Valley. I must admit I was quite nervous before that round. I mean, Steady Eddie was, they're a formidable team. And again, me and my partner, especially my partner, came through and we tipped them 6 and 5. So yeah, our route to the final, I wouldn't say it was comfortable, but we showed a proper form, and now it's just for that last hurdle.
Okay, so again, plenty to look forward to when it comes to the the singles and the teams at the Summer Cup. Right, what does it all mean? We go into the Summer Cup, gentlemen, this Friday at Glendower. That's not what I wanted to show. I wanted to show you the history of the Summer Cup. 2014, Andy Nielsen. 2015, Tim Huslak at Blair Athol. 2016, Andre Cotter at Bryanston. 2017, Nico Ritz at CCJ Woodmead. 2018, Richard Stewart at Saint City with like so many hole playoff. I think they had 3 hole playoff there on the par 3 ninth. Or yes, ninth. 2019, Donnie won at Glendower. And Billy Hall won at Glendower last year. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to take it this time around. Let's have a look at this. This is what the player of the season is standing at going into the Summer Cup, everybody. Ronnie, you're on 126 points. Frikkie, you're on 106 points. And that's all that needs to... that's the only 2 who can win the players. You might wonder how, and I'm going to show you how. Randall comes in 3rd for now. Richard, Donnie, Basil, Yaku, Gronell, Jamie Sherry, and Jacques Ramstein. This will change with the final points because there are lots and lots of points up for grabs. So, let's do this. I want to do that, and I want to do this. Boys, no, that's not it. That's also not it. Boys, we'll get there eventually. I want to know, there we go, between Ronnie on my left, that side, and Frikkie, do you know the permutations? Have you worked it out?
I spoke to Ryan a bit earlier this week. There's a lot of stuff that can happen, but basically I need to win my teams, and Frikkie needs to win everything.
This is it, boys. This is the only 3 ways that Frikkie can win and take the title out of your hands, Ronnie. If you both lose your knockouts, Frikkie has to win the Summer Cup and Ronnie has to be 5th or worse. Right? 5th or worse if Frikkie wins the Summer Cup. If you both win your knockouts, Frikkie has to win and Ronnie has to be 7th or worse. Right. If Frikkie wins the knockout and Ronnie loses the knockout, Frikkie needs to be at least 2nd and Ronnie 12th for him to win. Who's your money on now, boys? Who's your money on now?
Frikkie's dreams on Friday evening.
So Frikkie, you need to win the Summer Cup. That's pretty much what he's saying.
I'm just going to play the match play and hopefully everything works out.
It's going to be a tough
Well,
one.
let me put it this way. If it were, I would have been very comfortable if it was anybody except Frikkie. But if you just go on the Duckhook history and look at the honors board, his face is everywhere. It's actually kind of irritating, but yeah. So if it was anybody except Frikkie, but I'm not going to lie to you. After I spoke to Ryan, the first thing I did is went back to the range. So yeah, Frikkie's got me worried.
Don't worry, man. I choked on the last night, so don't worry, yeah.
Once you've taken the singles, you know what's happened in the singles.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Guys, let's have a look.
I have to say, Frikkie's consistent. That's one thing that is favor. However, I don't think he's going to be able to handle the pressure I'm going to give him. It's coming.
You're going to break him. So you and Ronnie and cahoots big time.
I see.
Right, I want to take you through the tee sheet, boys, and what's happening at Glendower. We get there. The first tee off time is 11:28. There are 26 carts reserved for us. You pay for your carts at the pro shop. And then we're off. Okie Rus, Lyle Langley and Leon Oosthuizen and Wayne Jensen take us off, followed by Koen and Koenraad Senior, Leon van Aarde, Devil van Rensburg. I'm not going to go through everything with you, but there you see, 12-16 is the semi-final of Frikkie Barnard versus Robert Michael, which we'll be waiting for when they come in. And 12-24, finishing off on the first tee will be Ronnie Wolhuter, Trevor Miller, Alder Fourie and Billy Hall. These gentlemen will come in, and hopefully it also goes down to the last hole. That would be great to see. Let's look at the 10th. The 10th, Jason Ivans, Kevin Ho, John Venter and Jaco Jacobs take off the field. And then there's the rest of us. This has been sent out to the guys who are playing in the Summer Cup. So we look forward to having you there. And not only that, we gather at the end to see who the winner is, and then we all have a shower, well, if you want to, and then go into the venue and where we do the presentation and the awards evening and give away some nice awards and celebrate what's been an awesome year. Gents, we're wrapping it up. Yeah. I've been hearing this little comments lying, go dig, 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 dig. So I'm going to go through it, but for me to go through it, you need to talk. So talk about something. Donnie, give us a preview.
Donnie Stefrons is nice.
What's up, Maz?
Donnie, give us a preview. Grant Nell played there today, right? And he says greens were soft and slower than normal, could attack the pins more than normal, I guess that's what he's saying. Paul Ricketts also said earlier, was at Glendower today, looking spectacular. I played there last week at some point, and it is spectacular. I agree with him. It's just the grass is cut perfectly. Nothing's out of place, absolutely nothing. It's going to be an absolute treat to have our final game there.
And usually the winners at Glendower is a couple of in the red, at least -3, -4. I mean, I've looked at the stats for the last couple of wins. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, usually the guys play very good rounds there.
Yeah, it's a very, I won't say it's an easy course, but it's like if you're in the right position, it's very easy to score, and that's the thing. It's a course where you have to be in the right spots, you know, to attack the pins on the right side, you know, and if you short side yourself there, that's when the trouble comes in. But yeah, I agree with Maz. We obviously played it last week. The course was, we couldn't fault it. I just think it's like it all depends if the sun comes out tomorrow. Hopefully, it's like the greens can just be a little bit quicker, you know, just have that little bit more pace, which would be nice.
So was it slow, Donnie? You know, if you have to measure it against Glenvista, for instance.
Yeah.
Not as fast, but then again, you don't have the wind sweeping across the green.
Yeah. It's not like the normal Glendower that we know. It's not that quick, like running at 10, 11. I would say it was like 9.5. You know, also it was a little bit wet, you know, so it was a little bit slower.
I like the pace. I think the pace was not too fast and it's not too slow. You know, if you get a good roll on it, you've got a very good chance.
Yeah. Me and Trevor actually also played there this morning.
Did you really? Listen. It's only taken him 50 minutes to tell us that.
Yeah, no. I was wondering whether I need to admit that, but yeah, me and Trevor went there this morning to plan our route and to talk tactics. The only thing is, it was very, 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 very wet, and there was a lot of water in the bunkers. I don't think the bunkers will be nearly dry by Friday. So either it's going to be placing, or otherwise we're going to struggle to get it close, because those pin positions with those wet bunkers were quite difficult. And yeah, I agree with Don. It definitely also it depends on positions of the tee.
Yeah. Ronnie, I'm going to talk to the big man, you know, or the big men of Duckhook. for everybody else, it's placing in the bunkers. But for you, if it's in the water, you need to dive and play it from there.
Okay.
I feel you're definitely more leaning towards Frikkie. I want to call the conflict of interest, Donnie.
It's my partner. I have to. It's like, his heart's going to be broken if I don't actually go with the team. So it's like, I'm always a team Marty Duck.
Don't worry, man. Biggie guy is okay.
I can tell you, being there by Concepts, which is by Glenvista, the rain in the yesterday, was it yesterday? It came down.
It was 2 days ago we had hail.
2 days ago it came down, and it came down. It has rained so much there. Right, let's leave the comments for the boys here at the bottom. Jacques Ramsey, all to play for the boys. 100%. Really looking forward to it. It's actually worked out well that these finals are happening at the Summer Cup, because it basically it brings the players of the season into it as well, and there's plenty to celebrate afterwards. Frikkie to take it for he's quite steady. Hansi, Ronnie, all the way, the whole way. Jason Dedican, face is irritating, LOL. Yes, that was a very good comment from Ronnie. Mornay, once again, sorry, Ronnie, but I always vote for an odd round ball. Go Frikkie. Sure, Frikkie, if you pull this off, I can tell you something. It's going to be unbelievable. It will go down in the annals of history if you manage to pull this off. And Mornay wants to win the Summer Cup.
But he's not going to pull it off, man.
This is how movie scripts are written, people. This is how movie scripts are written. Okay. Dorian, you can have a word. Summer Cup, can't wait. Yes. And then Bertus, I'm going to put you in because you don't always watch. Good luck to everybody for Summer Cup. Next year is going to be epic. That's it, everybody. Thank you for this massive, massive audience. And thank you for everybody. Robert, thank you. Tiaan, thank you. And thank you for running with Durban series and bring on next year. Donnie, I'll see you tomorrow. Frikkie, I'm sure you've got a practice round at Glenvista tomorrow. And Ronnie, go to the driving range. And me, a few things to sort out. And then we're ready for the Summer Cup, the final event of the season. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're going. Have a nice evening.
Lucky boys.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Yes, boys.
Thanks, boys.
All right.